gosh, oh gosh, oh gosh. Ah, it's windy. That was a little bit over exaggeration. Because there's really no wind. And let me turn on the siren. Very heavy blowing wind. But what is up, guys? Ashton here, and we are live for an emergency severe weather briefing as we have a moderate risk here in Oklahoma once again. Excuse me, guys. I have been sick for the last week. At least I'm getting over being sick from last weekend, but we are live here for an emergency severe weather briefing for tomorrow because we have a moderate risk here in Oklahoma. Let's jump right into this. I'm going to eat my candy. This candy is good. As you can see, here's our moderate risk here for central Oklahoma. We have, this is the part I hate right here. Just a 5%. This will likely be upgraded, but to a 10%. And extend a little bit further east. But this is why it is moderate. 45% significant wind risk for the I-40 corridor between OKC and the Texas border. So we're talking maybe 100-mile-an-hour winds. We're talking like destructive straight line winds, like weak tornado winds. And 15% hail risk. That's because that's for those initial supercells forming. But let's dive in here into. Yep, I'm going to the Shamrock. That's the plan, Braden. That way we can get south and still have I-40 in play. All right. Significant damaging winds and a few tornadoes. Finally, they actually used the word tornadoes today. Yesterday, the word tornado was not mentioned once, so that's what was ticking me off. Okay. Anyways, significant damage winds are late afternoon with the wind threat persisting into Missouri. A potent shortwave trough. This is a very strong trough ejection, let me tell you. I'm surprised it's not as more tornado driven as it is, but we take what we can get. There's going to be strong lift, extreme shear profiles, lots of nice moisture return. See, this is why I don't understand why the tornado threat is not as high. It's weird. Sorry, my chewing is getting annoying. Probably. I'm gonna stop. Let me put the candy up so you guys don't have to hear me chewing. I'll go back to chewing later. Actually, need my water here. Warm moist advection will underway in a relatively cool capped air mass. That's because it's cooler, so the cap isn't going to be as strong as, say, in like May. But either way, it's still going to break no matter what. There's going to be strong southerly winds from the low-level jet with 500 to 1,000. I'm seeing close to 2,000 actually. So we'll see what that heads. But this is the eastern Texas Panhandle and the western Oklahoma by 6 o'clock. Here is when we remove the cap and late afternoon storms are expected over these. Oh! Okay. These will likely be supercells capable of hail and a few tornadoes with tornado strength dependent on the degree of moisture return for 60-degree dew points. A strong tornado may occur prior to the upscale growth. Then why isn't there a 10% significant tornado hatch risk? Huh? Okay. That makes no sense, but They have strong tornado in the wording. That is going to be most likely for right along the the border of Oklahoma and Texas along I-40. As the line of storms develops, there's going to be up to 750 meters squared per second squared during the evening with storm relative velocity values as the low-level jet increases to over 70 knots. That's when this thing is going to be a cranking windbag machine. And the most favorable corridor of damage is expected to be along the type blah 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 for blah 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 blah. Okay, yeah, it's just saying it's just going along saying there's gonna be some really strong damage it winds. Okay, now let's go into our Norman, Oklahoma office. There's our moderate risk golf ball size hail, 80 miles, low tornado risk. I've got a feeling it's gonna be a little bit higher than they think. This is gonna really, really depend on what's going on. Oklahoma always overperforms, guys. It always overperforms. We really need to watch out for blowing dust, though. Blowing dust is going to be funny. It's going to be a dusty mess out there. If it's in daytime, it's going to be dusty. Either way, we're still going to have a lot of dust, and it's going to get nasty. But this is what we're looking at. All right. Let's jump into the models, guys. I'm just going to go straight to ACRRR. Every other model. Let me tell you, every model earlier in the week was agreeing. I was like thinking this is going to be it. This is going to be a big-time tornado outbreak. And I wasn't thinking like it was like a full-on gigantic tornado outbreak. I was going to think, yeah, there's going to be like some tornadoes everywhere, but who knows. But now it's looking more like a giant October 10th type event, which technically was a tornado outbreak, but it was a QLCS tornado outbreak. Oh, dude, if there is a tornado, dude, they said there could be a strong tornado. So, can we get another Morton? If I can see a Morton type wedge on tomorrow, oh my gosh, I could die happy. I literally could die happy if we saw a Morton type tornado tomorrow. That would be amazing. But any tornado tomorrow is going to be probably really photogenic besides the QLCS tornado threat. So, yeah. All right. As you can see the clear as day on GMS. That is our bowling ball of a trough, without even looking at the wind models. We have 18Z out. Okay, we're checking 18Z, guys. We can't check 0Z. Temperatures right now here are pretty, cool. On the cool side, I don't like to say it's cold because it's not cold to me, but there's some cold temperatures from this Arctic air mass that's starting to push off to the east, which is good because now you can see some of this warmer air is leaking up here into Texas. But you could even see the bowling ball of a trough right here on temperatures. That's insanity. And then here's our dew points right now. Dew points are slowly actually creeping up. Wow. They were close to 0 this morning. Dude, look at the trough. You can see that bowling ball on dew points. What in the world? That is a strong trough, guys. Let me tell you. That is a very strong trough. Man, if this was in May without a cold front like this, oh boy, we'd be in for it. Here's our 700 millibar. There's your bowling ball of trough. And look what we got already down there. 64 knots. And once this thing ejects, it's going to eject right along the, right here, down here along the New Mexico, Arizona, Mexico border, right here where it comes to that triple point, right here. That's when it's going to eject. And that's when that low-level jet, holy moly, look at that thing crank. All right. This is it right now. Yeah, we got some surface winds. These surface winds right here are like at least just above the surface. These are what's trying to push all this cold air out. Now watch. All this right here, all this wind right here is also trying to feed that moisture up here into the target zone. You see how it comes up like this? That's going to sweep all that moisture and make those dew points go up to at least near 60. Here it is, and then here comes the trough. There goes the trough. It ejects. It ejects, and watch that low-level jet just come in. You see it? Right in the target zone where we need to be. So this is going to be the target zone. You got 60, 70 knot low level jet right here. Already in place. And then once you get into the night, look at that. You have almost 100 knot low level jet. Yeah, almost 100 knot low level jet right there, guys. Nuts. And that is, whatever comes behind this is going to have a lot of wind. You see how the storm system will be gone by then here. This is our storm system. But watch these really strong wind gusts. They're going to be absolutely cranking still after this thing comes through. Now, let's check our dew points. As I said, dew points right now are hovering around the 30s. Just a little while ago, they were actually in the, they're close to 0, so basically around this area. But that's going to skedaddle. You see it? You see those winds starting to shift? Coming out of the southwest? Here it comes. Here comes that moisture. Boom. That moisture is going to have that, look, see that right there? This is where we're going to have that limited opportunity for those violent tornadoes, if any. You see how it's creeping up there? Here's our dry line. Here comes the dry line. Here's the dry line. You already see the dry line. Cold front is really close to that dry line. But is that 4 o'clock tomorrow? And then you see it just move off to the east. You have that limited area of supercells right here. And then here comes the QLCS line. You still have really good dew points all across here. You kind of have a little bit of a triple point up here near Ponca City. And then it's gone. It's legit just gone. And that just leaves us with nothing. All right. Let's check our, all right, let's go to our severe weather parameters. Cape should be pretty good, I'm not going to lie. Surface space Cape, let's check it. See, there's nothing right now. The Arctic air mass right now is in control, as Mike Morgan said. It's still in control, but once those winds shift, here it comes. Here comes our front. Okay, yeah. Cape values are less than they have been. That's just because they've caught up that there's not going to be as wide of a window for supercells as we thought. But still, it's looking like there could be a pretty decent tornado risk here, right around Shamrock. Like I said, we're targeting Shamrock, Texas tomorrow. which is literally right along the border. Let's check our cap. Our cap, there's gonna be a not a very it's gonna be a cap, but it's not gonna be like a strong cap. Like the only strong cap is gonna be right where that moisture is strongest, in between the dry line. You see right there. But then you see those little areas where that cap will break and those supercells will fire up. They fire up, and ahead of it you still have the cap, and that's when you get that QLCS line. And right around here, as soon as it gets into central Oklahoma, you could probably see some QLCS tornadoes, maybe around 9, 10 o'clock. Let's see here. Shear value. This system is highly sheared. It's not gonna rip apart the storms. This is only gonna fuel them for some reason. And watch, there you go, right here. Look at those extremely high shear values. These all right here, this entire area, this is where we're gonna see our supercells, and you can see exactly where they could be at. Oh, excuse me. I know, reflux. Yes, I'm alive. Why wouldn't I be? 125 knots. That is crazy. Watch this. Look at this sounding. Man, if this happens, those are going to be some beautiful, beautiful storms. Let me tell you guys. LCL, these things should be surface based. These things should not be elevated because otherwise they'd have gigantic, gigantic hail. But yeah, these are going to be surface based, it looks like. And there's going to be a lot of lift. Oh yeah, look at that lift. Just along in south of I-40. Great lift. Alright, storm outs of Felicity. You see, Felicity's not bad right now. Just watch this overnight. Starting to creep in. And right as it crashes in, those are where you get those super high storm outs of Felicity valleys. And that's going to drive that tornado race. I mean, look at that photograph. Even though it's still 2 hours ahead of this line, or of what it wants. Man, that's still good Felicity. Let's check our energy Felicity. Ooh, right there, 5.8. Oh, that's a sexy photograph, guys. And look at those shear values. Yeah, there's cap, but who cares? All right, let's check our photographs. Yeah, speaking of who cares about the cap, these photographs do not care about the cap. Look how good these photographs look. Really strong, elongated, curved. Look at that one out of Altus or Lawton, wherever the heck that. Yeah, that's Altus. That's coming out of Altus right there. Whew. Nice photograph. Supercell composite is going to be pretty high and quick. It's going to go in, come up. You see that supercell go in? You see that? You got a quick window for supercells. I mean, yeah, it's yeah, look at that. Yeah, it's about 2 to 4 hours. We're going to say it's about 2 to 4 hours. But look at those values of look at those. You have up to over 20. Those are going to be some monsters. That is a beautiful photograph. Oh, the sounds I make sometimes are just ridiculously funny. Okay, let's keep checking in on. Dude, these photographs look so good. Dude, if these photographs come in, we're gonna have some photogenic tornadoes, guys. The only problem is we need these things to form before the sun sets. We need these things to form like around 4 o'clock, and then we're good. Otherwise, we're gonna have to rely on lightning, which I don't want to rely on that. Look at that STP. 3.8 on the STP over there. Yeah, I think there is going to be a chance for a strong tornado, but it's going to be out in the middle of nowhere, so it's really not going to do anything. But I mean, if one of these supercells does take a hold in the environment and ride that low-level jet, then I think it could be a long track. But since I think that the cold front is coming in super quick behind the dry line, I don't think it'll have that available energy or time. Sorry, sticky hands. But let's see, updraft velocity. Yeah, look at that. Look at all these. So these are all probably supercells, and then you have that cold front. The cold front's going to be super low to the ground, so that's why you're not seeing that. But I think anywhere up here, we'll have a long track, and then we'll just go right back into the metro. Let's see what's going on right here. I mean, yeah, it could do it. We'll just have to see. Let's see what the 0 to 3 is saying. The 0 to 3 is going to be, whoa, what the heck? That is a weird. That's weird. Let's see what cloud cover is going to be like. Right now, it's super duper cloudy. I'll tell you that. But let's see if there's going to be a break, at least by the afternoon tomorrow. Uh, that pains me. Oh man, that pains me. There's not really going to be a break in the clouds for any peak heating, so we're just going to rely on those temperatures to be good. Speaking of temperature, I don't think I should do temperature. So right now, yep, you see that. Once that wind pushes up, there you go. Here comes your really nice temperatures. Probably going to hit close to 70, 75 degrees right before it hits. I don't think it'll reach 80 like I've been seeing on some of the model runs, at least in the past few days, but it's going to be close. The dews are going to be really almost touching, basically. I'm just wondering if some of these updrafts could get some big giant hail, but at this moment, I think we're going to see some really nice surface-based storms that could produce some really photogenic tornadoes. They're gonna have good venting. Not since it's not that moist out. I don't think they're going to have that much rain until they really tap into all this stuff out here in central Oklahoma when the QLCS threat ramps up. But it's all up in the air. Literally, that's what weather is. It's all up in the air until it actually happens. So let me actually check what the NAM 3K is showing. I'm just checking what all this NAM 3K is. The NAM 3K has it all the way like here, Amarillo. It has it, but is that I-27? Yeah, it's gonna have it here. It has the line already at I-27. How the NAM is just triggering me, but some of these supercell. Look at that one. If that it turns into a multicellular for a little while and then just goes full blown linear nonsense. That's gonna be a strong line of storms, guys. Though I'm not kidding. This is gonna be a very strong line. Yeah, this is gonna be a very strong line of storms. Like we're talking maybe close to 100-mile-an-hour winds. Because that low level jet and super low mid level jet with high wind values. Okay. Forget this. Forget the NAM 3K. We're just sticking with HRRR. But, it's routine that we always have to check the FV3. Just cause, why not? Wow. The FV3 is actually like not as like insane as you would think it is on this one. I mean, look at that. It doesn't look as cuckoo, let's say, as yesterday. I mean, as earlier. Earlier, it was gone at Cloud Cuckoo Land. Like this, yeah, that's insane. But wow, look at that. Is the FV3? No, FV3 is just gonna go nuts. But look, like I can believe this. I can sort of believe like all of these being supercells. No, some of these ones right here, yeah, I can believe these. This is just a line starting to develop, and then, I mean, some of those I can believe, but then it just goes like super weird looking line. But right there, this little window right here, I can believe that for some reason. Oh, okay, let me see him. But Braden, you gotta agree with me. That looks somewhat realistic. It looks somewhat realistic. Right here. This looks somewhat realistic, or at least like especially right here. That looks somewhat realistic. But I'm not gonna get ahead of myself here. Those are long tracks. But yeah, HRRR, as usual, I'm going with the HRRR. Rap is probably nothing. But yeah, this time we're definitely going with HRRR. Uh, our target is going to be here in Shamrock, Texas, right across the border. We're probably going to drop south, maybe to in between. We're going to be here. Either way, we're going to have a nice. We'll have east road options to get back to the metro, whether we want to take the 40 or if we want to take, what is this, 60 something? Yeah, 62 into Lawton, take the 44 up into the metro. No matter what, we're going to have good road options. It's Oklahoma. Oklahoma has great road options, thankfully, besides down in La La Land over here in the middle of the whatever mountain range, the before the Ozarks, just east of 69. Anywhere east of 69 is just gone. Same with up here, anywhere east of 69, Oklahoma's just gone. But anywhere else, you got great road options out here. Great road options, and it's flat, open. Besides the Wichita Mountains, which we're going to try to avoid the Wichita Mountains at all costs. We're probably going to have to get north of them and cut across, but well, it's fine. It's fine. Chase mode activated. Shamrock, Texas tomorrow. Unless something magically changes, we're going to post up in Shamrock. That's our goal. We're going to post up in Shamrock. If we need to head south, wherever we need to head, we will head from Shamrock and get going. But Shamrock checks his target tomorrow. Hopefully we can get some beautiful supercells before dark. And even if it is after dark, like, whoa. What are those? What are those SIG tours? Regardless, it's going to be a great day for chasing tomorrow. We're going to be joined with Stephen Cole, son of a gun. Hold on, I lost my piece of candy. Where'd it go? Don't worry, guys, I cleaned my floor. So it's fine. Make sure I'm staying safe. Yeah, Stephen Corton is joining us tomorrow on our chase. I'm just checking Twitter here. Sorry, my chewing is annoying. I didn't realize how loud I'm chewing. But chase mode activated tomorrow. There's going to be a lot of chasers, trust me. It is going to be chaser nightmare. Actually, speaking of that, I want to see what Spotter Network is showing. I want to see what the Spotter Network looks like right now. Let's see what the map is like. Chaser convergence is going to be absolutely crazy. Oh. Okay. Weird. Let me check on Radar Omega. Oh, also, before I go, guys, you gotta see what I drew up yesterday. Oh, it's happening, guys. It's happening. You see all these dots starting to come in here. Let me make sure you guys are looking. You see, look at them all. They're coming, guys. The chasers are converging already. Let me see. I wonder what. Oh, Vince is still driving. Okay. Let's see who else is ready. Who's out? Jeremy, what? I'm just checking where everyone is at the moment. Brian Allen. Who's down in? Who's down in Altus already? Amy Davis. Okay. All right. Anyways, guys, let me show you this quick. This was before. This. I drew this at probably 2 o'clock yesterday. This was my. I drew this up in 20 minutes. I did a forecast in 20 minutes. You can see a very detailed map of what's going to happen. So I have it on my Twitter. You guys can go see that on Twitter. But yeah, I drew up a forecast map in 20 minutes. I'm going to keep that just because I feel proud of myself for doing that. But totally got blown out of the water by the HRRR once it was able to be in range because it came out just after I got off work. But it is what it is. I tried my best, and yeah. So chase mode activated tomorrow. See you guys out on the chase, and never stop chasing. Signing out.